Namaste everyone. I am Chandresh Bhardwaj, and today I will be talking about what I'm calling virtual distance. Everyone is talking about physical distance or social distance, which is important right now, and it's great to see some people are genuinely trying to make it happen, and that's a beautiful thing. But while the social and physical distance is taking its own shape and flow, what I'm seeing right now is that the virtual distance is decreasing, which is there's a lot of great things about it, right? I'm able to connect with all the students, all the clients through the digital work. The corporations all over the world, the doctors are communicating through the virtual connections, and there are countless benefits of connecting virtually. But there's another side of this whole virtual universe that's happening, and the more I observe it, the more I felt the need to just come here and share with you. Virtual distancing is important as well because what is happening right now, everyone is coming up with their own opinion, their own science behind this pandemic and how to fix it, how to fix your mind with it. And it's causing a new kind of stress in people. uh, there are people, uh, if there are 10 fitness experts, those 10 people are recommending 100 fitness exercises. If there are 20 meditation experts, they are recommending 200 meditations. If there's yoga expert, beauty expert, like every kind of expert is out there with a countless treatments and countless fixing points. And the news outlets are doing their job by sharing tons of news, and then there are videos and the reaction on those news. I mean, it's a web that's just exploding and expanding with every second. I was reading this data that the live videos on Instagram has multiplied on an enormous level in the past few days, and I'm part of it. I'm talking to you through this digital medium as well, but here's the problem is for those people who are feeling overwhelmed with it. There are certain people who know what to absorb and then they step back. There are, I tell this to all the students who are on the path of spirituality and meditation, that you don't need to try every dish out there. Stick to one technique, stick to one method, and give your heart and soul to it. You'll get the results. You will reach where you need to reach. The same is for the fitness, the same is for other advices. But if you start to absorb 100 plus methods for one thing, it's like having 100 chefs to cook your pasta. I'm not going to eat that pasta because I'm very sure it's going to taste terrible, and it might probably upset my stomach as well, because one chef will say the gluten free is not good for you, and the two will say it's actually fine for your kind of body. I mean, that's how you invite confusion and anxiety. And trust me, I'm not saying you should not be learning and exploring what's out there. You should be. But you don't need to feel the pressure that you need to follow advice of all those 20 experts. You don't need to feel the pressure that you need to read New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and 50 other news outlets. And because the more you will consume this kind of information, the good, the not so good, the painful, the joyful, at the end of the day, your mind is going to explode. Imagine your mind has 1 GB of capacity and you're trying to put in, 100 GB of content in it. You'll crash your hard drive. And I'm reading, the reason I'm making this video is because I'm reading tons of messages every day that people are not able to maintain that virtual distance and reading, consuming, trying to implement everything out there. And now they're not able to fall asleep. Now they're not able to find their emotions. Now they're not able to connect with the mother nature out there because they're panicking. Some people are falling sick by simply reading the news, by simply getting worried that somebody told me to wash the fruits with water, but I have eaten fruit without washing thoroughly in the last 6 days. So what's going to happen to me? I mean, the list is endless. And I'm not saying you should not wash the fruits, but I hope you get the point. What I'm trying to say is that reading from tons of different sources, be it news, be it the health news, be it anything, too much of everything is going to blast your mind. And that's how, the mind cultivates anxiety. That's how mind creates confusion. And right now, what you don't want is confusion or panic because they affect your immune system. Right now, what you want is absolute relaxation within, absolute acceptance and awareness of who you are and what's happening around you. Acceptance and awareness. That has been my mantra personally. Acceptance of my emotions, acceptance of, when I'm not feeling best and when I'm feeling best, acceptance of what's happening around me, and then having the awareness to respond to the situation in a mindful way. Because remember, you are a conscious choice maker. That's what the law of karma teaches us. The karmic contracts teach us and remind us that you and I are conscious choice makers. So we always have a choice of what to do and what not to do. The choices you make is going to affect your present time, but also the future years, because when all of this is going to over, a new kind of trauma, a new kind of traumatic stress disorder will show up, and we'll probably wash our hands 100 times a day. But is 100 times important? Probably not. Is 20 times important? Probably yes. I don't know. But the point is, you have to follow and live with awareness. This is the time to live with awareness. If you feel you don't need to read all the news, don't feel the pressure. You don't need to. Okay? Uh, Indulging with awareness is the topmost principle of Tantra. Indulge with awareness. Whatever you do, indulge with awareness. Eating, do it with awareness. Reading and watching news, do it with awareness. Reading and watching meditation guidance, yoga, fitness guidance, health guidance, medical guidance, do it with awareness. Everything you do, you got to do it with awareness. In fact, one of the intentions that you can set for every day is to indulge in your life with absolute awareness. And one of the interesting mantras that I want to share with you, we have this meditation in tantra, what we call the shunya dhyan. Shunya sadhana. Sadhana means a disciplined spiritual practice, but shunya is my favorite word. Shunya means nothingness. It means zero, nothingness. The zero consciousness is absolutely a delicious state to be in. Zero consciousness or witnessing consciousness is simply a state where you become a witness to all the drama, all the panic, everything that's happening within you and around you. Now, a lot of people feel nothingness is a state of doing nothing or feeling nothing, but that's not what it means. Nothingness is a state of trance. It's the state of meditation where the body takes a back seat and the awareness starts to call the shots. Nothingness is a state where the descriptions become undescribable, where the labels lose its meaning, and you are in that abstract fragrance. It's here, there, and everywhere. Nothingness starts where your tiny labels, stop. Nothingness is the inclusion of what we call the divinity, of what we call the cosmic consciousness. Because the reason we call it nothingness is because it's everything. Nothingness includes all of this and beyond this. There are seven states of consciousness, in Vedanta. Tantra also describes consciousness as seven states, and the seventh and the highest state of the consciousness has no name. No name at all. There's no label for it. Some people call it samadhi. Samadhi is known as the highest state of consciousness, but if you actually go deeper into the context, there's no label for it. That's what nothingness is. And if you could go into that nothingness, in nothingness, you will witness your existence beyond the physical. In nothingness, you'll witness your existence beyond the anxiety, beyond the fear, beyond the panic that's building up every day. And in that nothingness, you will find yourself, you will meet yourself. And my friend, this has been the entire purpose of your soul. It's been wanting to meet itself. That's why it's been hungry, it's been longing to meet who you are. If you want to meet yourself, allow yourself to dive into that nothingness. That nothingness is everything, and there are so many opportunities to dive into that nothingness. Okay? I hope this video makes sense to you, and I hope I was able to share really what I wanted to share. And How are you doing overall? Please write in the comments if you have any questions, any comments on embracing the nothingness, indulging with awareness, and keeping that virtual distance. Three important points for you. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Break the Norms. My podcast is also Break the Norms, where I'm expanding on these topics every week. Thank you for watching. I love you. Take care of yourself.